What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Complete My Collection Challenge. This is a series dedicated to hunting down the Funko Pop grails that I've wanted in my collection for a while now, but I started with a $0 budget. All right, let's bring you up to speed in the series. Current balance is at a whopping $11.03, but since the last episode, guys, I ended up selling 3 items. Those included Mariner Moose, Roadblock, and the Tuscan Raider. All the totals will be down below on the figures, which adding that back to my previous balance, guys, I now have $180.20. So definitely enough funds to buy a grail or two, I would say. Speaking of grails, should we go check out the shelf real quick?
Okay.
Dang, you guys are looking great, looking fantastic. It's crazy to think, guys, that I've added all of these just with like a $0 start, hustling, you know, finding good deals at thrift stores, Facebook Marketplace. It is definitely possible for sure, but there gives you a quick look at all the grails again. But honestly, while we're on the topic of grails, guys, I wanted to let you know about today's sponsor of the video and the series, Whatnot. I know I mentioned Whatnot a lot, guys, but it is an awesome live auctioning platform, marketplace for anything collectible. I'm not kidding.
It's true.
For me personally, I really love it for Funko Pops, and obviously for this series, I buy a lot of grails, and Whatnot has a great selection, bunch of great sellers that I trust over there, and it definitely helps me track down the grails that I've been looking for a while. I personally have a Funko Pop auction coming up this next Monday, guys, that's got all sorts of really fun pieces, and I will have some giveaways as well. And if you're a first-time user on the app, guys, you can get $15 off of your first purchase that can go towards anything you buy over there. But yeah, be sure to check out all the links down below for the auction, for that discount, and thank you a ton to Whatnot for sponsoring this video. But guys, getting back into the topic for today, while I was in LA, guys, before WonderCon, I ended up hitting some awesome stores, and my mind was absolutely blown by the grails that I was seeing, and I may or may not have ended up walking away with an awesome grail. So with that being said, let's hop into the footage, guys, and yeah, let's get it started. Here we go. Alrighty, folks, first stop is going to be Evasive Studios over here, one of my favorite stores in the LA area. Obviously, we're going to head in and see what cool grails that they have, but this store is legit, guys, one of my favorite. So I think you guys are seeing this as I'm seeing it, but this place, I mean, obviously has tons and tons of Funko Pops, but they honestly have a little bit of everything. Like, I mean, come on, guys. The little homies, does anybody remember those back in the day? Those are so cool. But I think what we're going to do is go section by section like we do and just see what fun stuff they have. Obviously, I'm going to see if there's anything that I'm looking for, but they got plenty to choose from. Okay, I am already seeing something that is on my list of things that I want to get, guys. We have Randall right there from Monsters University, so we'll keep that on the back burner, guys, as a possibility of picking up today. But there are so many cool pops in here. The original Shrek are awesome. Tons of different fun Disney stuff. That Figment is really cool. Also, I really love the Peanuts Pops, guys, so Snoopy and Woodstock is legit. But there's so many different ones that I don't see very often, guys, like the original Inside Out stuff with Disgust. If you guys just want to take a little sneak peek, like original Russell right there, Heimlich from Bug's Life is cool, and that Jack Sparrow, that's awesome. Okay, moving right along, guys, right next to the Disney stuff, it looks like a good mix of like cartoons and movies. I have that one in my collection right there, guys. The Bill from Schoolhouse Rock is awesome. Also do have Fred. I think I have all the original Scooby-Doo Pops in my collection now, so those are definitely fun to see, but kind of going through everything right here. Oh, that Atom Bomb chase is sick. One of the best glow-in-the-dark chases for sure. But another pop that is on my list, guys, is Emperor Zurg, and I think that is a pretty darn good price at $90. So that one is definitely on my radar as well. This is becoming really dangerous, guys. I already have 2 pops and we're only 2 sections in. I honestly hope I don't come across more, but I bet I will. All right, guys, over here I found some really cool anime and video games pops with like the Sonic ones right here. If you guys want to take a peek at those, tons of different One Piece, guys. They made so many different One Piece pops, but they definitely have plenty of awesome pops to look through. A little bit of horror in here as well, guys. Superbad is a line of pops that I don't see very often, so that is really cool to see. But more anime stuff with One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen up in there, Attack on Titan. If you guys want to take a look at those, plenty of stuff to go through. But honestly, I'm trying to go through everything and see if there's stuff that I just want to point out to you guys that's older that I don't see very often. But it seems to me that these are somewhat recent exclusives that you guys probably see on, you know, a more common basis. But I also realize that they have some bigger pops that are up here as well, guys, like that Lard Lad, one of my favorite Simpsons pops for sure. But we'll keep looking and exploring around, guys. I'm sure we'll come across more stuff. I definitely love that Boo Berry that's down there. That is an awesome one. Cutie Corn is really cool. Oh, the Adventure Time pops. Looks like we have the original Gunter right there. We also have Lemon Grab, Marceline, the Ice King. Oh my goodness, I don't see the Adventure Time pops like ever. And then a couple of fun ones up here, guys, with the South Park ones. Those are getting pretty harder to find as well. And a couple more that are over to the left too. Okay, these are some fun ones, guys. I actually have this one in my collection, a part of the Complete My Collection Challenge series with the flocked animal. So that is really fun to see right there. Tons of different things that are 100% in my wheelhouse with like cartoons and ad icons. Love that Count Chocula right there. The flock cat dog is epic. Oh, that Freddy Cancer is really cool, guys. Ooh, and there is another pop that is on my list, guys, with the Peter Griffin from Family Guy. Dang, it's getting to be scary hours right here, guys. There's already 3 pops that I want. A little bit of Star Wars over here, guys, for all you Star Wars fans. All that Mark Hamill is really cool, guys, as the Joker. We also have some Willy Wonka in here with some Sesame Street, some Looney Tunes. The Space Jam original stuff is always good to see. And you can't go wrong with some Stranger Things either, if you guys want to take a look at those. Whenever I see these, I got to give them a shout out, guys. The original Ninja Turtles are really awesome. You got Michelangelo, Shredder, Splinter. Who else do we have in here? Was that it? Oh, and Raphael, I think was the other one that I was missing. Okay, moving right along, guys. Tons of different Spider-Man pops in here. Marvel for days. Oh my goodness, the Bender chase. I have that one in my collection. One of my favorite recent chases for sure. Trying to see what else we have in here. Oh, we got an original Knuckles. Have that one in my collection. That is a pricey one for sure. Sly Cooper, I love that one too. Got that one covered in my collection. There are just so many good pieces in here, guys. Original Michael Jackson, which is awesome. Buzz Lightyear, you have the Disney Store ones. Dang, an original Damian Lillard, all sorts of fun sports pops in here. Oh my goodness, guys, there's just so many cool things to look at. Dang, another pop that is on my list, guys, we have the original Jesse. I'll have to see what the price is on that one. But also, check out this really cool display, guys, of out-of-box Dragon Ball pops. That is so cool. Okay, real quick, guys, got to show off some fun grails like the Planet Arlia Vegeta, you know, just a small grail, if you will. You guys know that I'm joking about that, but anyways, a couple of other fun Funko memorabilia related items. You got Astro Boy in there, that Fun Days trophy. Okay. And then, you know, you got to show off some Pop Asia stuff, guys. Like, I don't think this is Pop Asia, but the Bigfoot Earth Roamer ones. In order to get this one, you had to buy like an Earth Roamer RV. That was the only way that you could get this. So that is a pretty expensive pop. You also have the Mind Style Mission Control 4-pack. You don't see those very often either. And then, folks, right behind me, we have, I would say, Mega Grail cabinet. I think that's an understatement. There's some good ones in here. Let's kind of take a look at all the different ones, guys. We'll kind of go through a bunch of different Freddy Funkos in here. The Baby Milo is pretty awesome. I'm honestly just going to slowly pan through all of this because there are so many good pops. Original Mike Wazowski, looking for that one. That's on the list for sure. Syndrome's another pop that's on my list too. Trying to think if I can see anything else. Oh, that flocked Winnie the Pooh is awesome. Bunny Suit Ralphie, the flocked one. I actually am looking for the regular one in my collection, so that's kind of on my list technically. Oh, the original Boo Berry is another one that I need. Original Sonic. Dude, they have all the heavy hitters that are on my list. It's insane. Oh, Gravity Falls right there. Doc from the Back to the Future Pop Digital series. Oh my goodness, Ursula. We have another Emperor Zurg. I wonder what the price difference is, because the other one I saw was cheaper. I wonder what the difference is between this one and the other one. I wonder if it's an older edition or something. But we got Walter White up there, original Mickey, Steamboat Willie, Jason Voorhees. Sheesh, guys. Just in case you guys are wondering, yeah, there's more stuff over here as well. Love that Tony the Tiger that's in there. Ooh, White Goodman is one that I definitely need. That's on my list as well, guys. I love the movie Dodgeball, and that's an epic pop too. I'm trying to see what else I can show off to you guys. Honestly, there is just so much heat. The Universal Monsters, the Amazon exclusive glow-in-the-dark Turtles 4-pack. Original Genie is another one that's on my list. Oh my goodness, I need a bigger budget, guys. That is the problem. Oh, also, okay, fun fact about this one, guys. This is a pretty rare pop as well. If you guys didn't know, this one is supposed to be Kawhi Leonard when he played for San Diego, you know, his college team. And yeah, they made a pop of it. It's kind of random if you guys didn't know about it. We have an original Tupac in there, original Ghostface, a couple different BMO, some more Breaking Bad stuff. You got Stitch. Edna Mode is another one that's on my list. Definitely, I don't know if I have the funds for it today though, but we got an original Jesse, Peter Pan.
Ooh, the M&M pop with the bee rabbit. My gosh, guys, this is insane. And then right behind me, guys, this whole wall is just more common stuff. So they don't just have like heavy hitter grails, hard to find rare pops, you know, they have common stuff too. But coming back to the front of the store, guys, a couple of other things that I want to show you. We got the turtle van right there. You don't see that very often. This really cool reaction figure Freddy. You don't see those floating around very often, guys. I think these were like store displays, I believe. You'll occasionally see them for sale, but they are pretty darn rare. But as for me, I'm going to do another quick lap around the store, see if there's anything that I missed out on, guys. But holy cow. What a place. Alrighty, folks, next stop is Awesome Collectibles. This is a great store as well. I'm excited to see what they've got.
The music in this place was just absolutely booming. So guys, you're going to get a voiceover over here. But anyways, the first things that I'm seeing, guys, is like the glow-in-the-dark Hades, Lily Monster. I know I'm looking for a couple like Universal related monster type stuff. So that's kind of adjacent. I love showing off the video game pops whenever I can with like Ratchet and Clank and Crash Bandicoot, two classics that I used to play back in the day. Dr. Eggman is one that I don't have on my list, but maybe we might need to add it sometime soon. That's a cool one too. Nathan Drake, I love the Uncharted series, so I got to show that off as well. And then some of the other things like some original Disney stuff like Sir Hiss down here, Prince John, and also King Louis. There's a thumper on the left right there as well. And also Smarty Weasel. I might actually add the Roger Rabbit pops to my list as well. I don't know why they're not on there already, but ones that I am pretty interested in, and maybe even Wreck-It Ralph. We might have to add those to my list eventually as well. There's so many fun original Disney pops that I like. We also have the original Edward Scissorhands right there, which is pretty darn cool. Found the Step Brothers pops right here, which are always some popular ones. And then Happy Gilmore with the second movie that's coming out later this year. Maybe I'll have to add those to my collection eventually as well, because I love the first movie. Also, Dodgeball, I am looking for White Goodman, as I was stating, in Evasive Studios. But guys, they had like about three Grail cabinets over here. We'll kind of pan over everything. There are so many cool pops inside of here, including that TMNT SpongeBob with the Plankton Shredder right there. Dang, you don't see that one very often. In a lunchbox too. It's such a fun design pop. We have Sloth actually from the Goonies, which is on my list, guys, but I think it's a little bit out of my price range today. And also Squidward as well, another really cool one. I don't have enough funds to cover this one, unfortunately, today. But going through everything else that is in the store, guys, you got Trump right there, a bunch of different Freddy Funkos. We have Fred Flintstone. We also have the Captain Cutler up there from Scooby-Doo, a bunch of different anime stuff in here as well. That All Might is pretty sweet. Some Bleach pops in there as well. So some heavy hitters for sure. And then over here, guys, they had some Star Wars pops, some DC, and I think we'll go into a little bit of Marvel here in a second. Yeah, there we go. With the original Spider-Man right there. We also have the Spider-Man Noir, which I like that one. That's one of my favorite like Spider-Verse pops for sure. And then we also have a couple of other things down in here, guys. You can see some of the Beatles pops, which are pretty awesome. The Bee Rabbit M&M, Ellie from The Last of Us, and then a bunch of other Disney grails that are in here, guys. The glare is kind of bad, but there's one that I'm trying to show off to you guys right in here, which is the original Boo from Monsters, Inc., one that I'll need to add to my collection eventually, but it's definitely a really fun piece, guys. Pain and Panic's in there. We got Anger. We have Mr. Toad. There's still one Haunted Mansion ghost that I'm looking for. I want to say that it is Phineas, the regular version, that is. And then some more Disney stuff. That Peter Pan like DVD combo is pretty cool, and those mini size pops are pretty awesome as well, guys. You have the Indiana Jones Ride, Fairly Odd Parents 3-pack, some really fun sports grails, and they just had a ton of selection of stuff, guys. Tons of things to look at, tons of things to choose from. Nothing that I wanted to get today though.
Alrighty, guys, last stop of the video is going to be Boom Loot. I know that there's going to be some good stuff in here, so let's go check it out. So as we walk into the store, guys, the first thing that I am noticing is their more common wall right here. It's funny because with Funko and everything, you don't think like some of the newer common stuff actually has value, but some does. And an example of that was Anxiety back in the day, guys, when Inside Out 2 came out. This was like a $50, $60 pop. So that's a great example. I want to say that there's a couple other in here that I noticed. I know that the Orioles mascot had some value at one point, and the TC Bear. But anyways, you know, it's always good to check out some common stuff. Okay, coming into the more main part of the store, guys, I am noticing some really cool pieces in here, guys, like some really cool ad icon stuff. This is kind of like the more like mid-level kind of rare stuff, so I'll see if I can point out anything to you. Okay, this one's a cool one, guys. The original Agnes from Despicable Me 2. If you guys didn't know, they made a whole line of those pop. Yeah, back in 2015, guys, there was like Gru, a couple of different Minions, so you don't see those ones very often. That's like a 10-year-old set now. Ooh, the old X-Men pops are definitely getting harder to find, guys, like the yellow box variants of ones. That's a really cool one with Storm. And speaking of other Marvel pops that you should be on the lookout for, guys, Fantastic Fours, definitely some popular ones that are going up. Ooh, but this section is definitely for me, guys. I see some fun baseball pops and also basketball. I always thought that these Funko Fusion chases were really cool as well, and also the Sonic ones too. Oh, and then down here, guys, there's a couple pops I don't see very often with the Teletubbies. If you guys didn't know, they actually made those ones, and a couple of different Simpsons pops over here. You guys know, I'm always going to show off the Simpsons pops. And folks, right behind me, they have a really cool Grail cabinet right here with the holographic Freddy Funko Anakin Skywalker. A couple other really cool Star Wars Freddy Funkos as well. Check those out. My audio kind of cut out right here, guys, but I was going beyond the counter. They have the TMNT Amazon Glow 4-pack, those Fred and Barney pops from San Diego Comic-Con, which are pretty rare. That signed Tony Hawk, which is pretty cool. That clear Freddy, which is awesome. The C-3PO Freddy, the Bender Freddy. Like, there's so many cool heavy hitter grails inside of here, guys. The Chase Batman. We also have the gold JP Crawford right there, the Marty McFly, the signed Michael Myers. Yeah, that Bender, eventually, that's calling my name. That is a pretty hefty price tag on that one right there.
Back at home, folks, and I gotta say, this has definitely been one of my favorite videos for sure. There's something about the variety at those stores that I just don't see at my stores in Utah very often. It's probably a California thing. You know, there's a lot more people that live in California, so, you know, they have the access to a lot more people's collections than people selling their collections to those stores, so that's probably why you see a lot more cool stuff like that. But for me, guys, I ended up adding an awesome piece to the collection, guys, and for an insane price, I'll talk a little bit more about it here in a second, but I ended up getting, guys, the original Emperor Zurg. This is a figure that came out all the way back in 2011, guys. A 14-year-old figure. That's insane. And they said the reason why they gave me such a big discount is because they did have some damage on the box. He bought it in like a collection lot, and I guess the guy that he bought it from wasn't super, you know, on top of some of the damage of some of the bigger pieces. And I mean, I honestly don't think it's too bad. I don't even know if that will show up by the Pop logo right there, but I mean, for being a 14-year-old figure, like, I think it is fantastic. But this guy right here is definitely one of the harder Toy Story pieces to come across, and I am absolutely jazzed to add it to the collection. And for such a great price too. Big shout out to Evasive Studio. I appreciate you guys. But with that being said, guys, let's check it off the list, add it on over to the shelf with all of the other grails. And folks, just like that, that is gonna do it for this episode of the Complete My Collection Challenge. I've got another episode coming up this Sunday, guys, that you will not want to miss out on. It's an awesome video, I guarantee you that. But let me know in the comment section below, guys, what was your favorite piece that I came across in the stores that I visited? Honestly, there's so many great things to choose from, but guys, like always, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos like this one in the series. You guys are awesome and the best. Like always, remember to be kind to one another, always promote positivity. I'll see you in the next episode. Catch you guys later.